So for our first guest, okay, you're given the job of a government agency. You know, can you run this government quango? And you've got it in the context of a very fast-moving design industry, some design industry that's moving fast. So what do? Difficult, isn't it? How do you keep up with the fast-moving industry? I don't want to over-flatter people, but I think what our first guest did was to say, I'm going to get out in front of the market, and I'm going to try and pull the market, maybe in some slightly different directions. But I'm certainly not going to be a laggard. I'm going to get up and go in front of the market. But what I'm not going to do, and this might bring a smile to one or two people's faces, but I'm not going to ask the question, what is design? Fatal mistake. I'm going to ignore that one. Let's just say some things like, can I measure design? Can I see its impact on economics, on society? Can I measure it? Can I do some other stuff like delivering it? Can I introduce a delivery program which might bring design to people that have never experienced design before? Can I do that in a very interesting and innovative way and get the government to back me? Can I explode what we think design is to look at different areas of design? So rather than just, we're not talking curves and colors, but maybe we're talking cataracts, cholesterol, and climate are actually the things that I'm going to do. So the person that did this is our first guest, and we'd like to give a big, warm welcome to the Chief Executive of the Design Council, Mr. David Kester.
Wow. That's a big build-up. When does the clock start ticking? When I start talking. Well, thank you very much. Wow, what a show. It is fantastic. Thank you for inviting me. Chit-chat or speaker hell, I'm not sure, I'll tell you at the end. Tonight is about people and inspiration. Two important ingredients, as we've heard, in good design, which is my topic for tonight. But a few words, just quickly, on what we do. Basically, I run the Design Council, and it's the national strategic body for design, as you've heard. It's, in a nutshell, we help government use good design for the good of the UK. And we keep our feet on the ground by rolling up our sleeves and putting design to work with mainstream industry, the public sector, and with local communities too. And I'll be talking a little bit about that. But I want to start with what we mean by good design. Bauhaus architect Le Corbusier. Good design is intelligence made visible. The product designer Dieter Rams. Good design is less design. Well, I'm going to give you a definition for our 21st century with one or two examples that inspire me. And my starting point is that good design is sustainable design. 90% of the environmental impact of any product or service is defined at the design phase. So it's not enough for design just to look good and work well. Good design results in objects or systems that work aesthetically as well as functionally and commercially, improving people's lives. And here's one example, Vitsu. Now that inspires me. It's an example of good design that's sustainable design, created by Dieter Rams in the 50s. It's enduring, it's fresh today, it's also a brilliant piece of engineering and a successful British manufacturing company to boot, actually. But here's another example, Streetcar. Designers brought in up front to shape the whole service experience, as we were just hearing for Streetcar. Now, I appreciate the aesthetic and the clever customer touch points, which I can't show you here, but I'm also inspired by the fact that the company calculates that they've taken 10,000 cars off the streets, saving 500 tons of CO2 per year. That's pretty good. Here's Vauban, near Freiburg in Germany, where planners invited local citizens to participate in the design of a new town, and the community elected to charge the equivalent of £11,000 for parking. Hey presto, hardly any cars, safer streets, and a family-friendly town. But design's a process. As often said, it's not a noun, it's a verb. And with the firms that we advise, about 1,000 a year, we describe design as a constant journey of convergent, divergent thinking. And the light goes on when companies realize that they don't have to predetermine the problem. Design can help them do that. And it joins creativity and innovation. I think it's important not to mix up our terminology. Creativity is what we've all got, innovation is the exploitation of ideas, and good design joins the two. It shapes ideas to become practical and delightful propositions for users. And it delivers value. Good design delivers value, often in profit, and we tracked 63 publicly quoted firms that were independently identified for using design intensively and strategically. They outperformed the FTSE average by 200% through bull and bear markets. And important for tonight, it's the work of good designers. Now, these are just 3 designers that inspire me. Daljit Singh, service designer Ingrid Barron, head of design at Habitat. They're all people, Tom Dixon, that we've been working with. We've got 185,000 designers in the UK. What good is design? So we've had the 3-minute definition of good design, but why is it so important? Well, here's a story. Over the last couple of years, we've been working with communities in the northeast of England. And we decided to work closely with a region when they decided to put design at the heart of economic development. Now, last year, we shared some of the results that were emerging from communities across the region in a festival called .7 in Newcastle. And we put the shows on showing some of the results from sexual health service design, rural transport design, practical ideas to make Middlesbrough a healthy, more sustainable city. But Low Carb Lane, this was one of the projects that I want to talk about, and it was seeking ways to make energy efficiency easy and affordable. Not in the abstract, but for a real community in Castle Terrace, Ashington. They were the clients, and we helped them appoint a design team, put all the right partners together, including the energy supplier in the region. Now, here's a picture of Len. He lives in Castle Terrace, and he was part of the co-design team, and he was very important in delivering the right solutions. He wasn't interested in an eco-footprint. He was very sceptical about forking out any money. In fact, he said he was still paying off the loan on his 3-piece suite. And indeed, he drew us attention to the fact that climate change wasn't on the local community's agenda. They were more interested in the local arsonist. And Len and other members of the team were clear that the design solution needed to appeal in pennies and pounds. So with the help of a range of experts, including a local credit union, they came up with a solution in 2 parts. The first was SaverBox, a service that audits your home, costs out the best and most appropriate measures to improve your energy efficiency, and then it offers you a loan which can be repaid directly from the savings you make to your bills. But the clever bit is how we make it work and how it can even make you money. So, once you're in the scheme, you're buying energy more cheaply through a local consortium, and they provide you with a free metering off a channel on your TV. And you can monitor your usage minute by minute. And if you stay on target, i.e. in the green zone, then that's actually money in your pocket. So what were the outcomes from this? Well, we went from concept to prototype in 6 months. And now we've gone from prototype to a wider pilot in 50 to 100 homes. Now, to me, that's an example of how if you put design to work, it can tap the creativity of many and deliver rapid innovation in areas where we really need new thinking, such as sustainable living. And I've seen some great examples out here. And so basically, if it's good design and it's good designers, then that's what inspires me. And it's good for business too, and it's good for the UK. And that's why we've put these principles at the heart of our design strategy for the UK, which we'll be launching in July. And I hope you'll have a look at it. And I'd say Pecha Kucha, Chit Chat, it was a pleasure. Thank you.